Hi, we're the Infamy Fantasy Sports team. We're hosting fantasy sports contests at infamy.gg, so check it out. But now we're going to do an esports recap of sorts, where we're just going to talk about all the big games of the past week. And we're going to start off with League of Legends. Jake, take it away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I think it's just super cool and the in the first fact that Worlds is happening and these kids are playing against each other in person, not in like a hotel room or all online in their
You
bedrooms.
can see the tears live.
Yeah, I want
Oh,
one of
look at
these.
that soul crushed.
Yeah, the planes have the cool like Temple of Doom um, pit of death. I just want someone to just like fuck you. I'm just gonna jump in. I'm just gonna walk through the pit. Well, oh, I'm not falling. But,
Dude, make it like a dunk tank. When the team loses, they just fall into
the pit. That would be real. But yeah, I think the main team that everybody's talking about is PSG Talon, coming in with a coach no less from another team who hasn't played competitive or tier one since like I think like 2017. They had two subs from another team or from their region. They won games. They just secured first place, and now their actual boys got their visas cleared, and they have to change out the kids who brought them the dubs.
Been carrying them
Yeah,
into
carry
the
them.
their actual team couldn't get them into the into the real world, so they had to get carried by these guys in the planes, and now they better not shit the bed.
Yeah, the Cinderella story. So I think everyone really wants them to do well. We know that they can't get into Group A, so it'll be interesting to see what group they go into, because everyone had LGD kind of auto going into Group C with TSM, Fnatic, and Gen G. So imagine if PSG goes into that group. That would be, I think, really cool because that's like the most competitive group. Um, but we'll see. TL and the rest of Group A finishes tomorrow or today when if this is going out. So we'll see how
Who
that goes.
knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Well, interesting to see how it turns out. I just want like real worlds to start. Like, enough. This has
Yeah,
been a good like.
the mid.
It's been a pretty exciting first week, but
Yeah, there's like so many people you're just gonna see for like a game or two, or and it's like, oh, cool, you're shit, you're out already, cool, bye. Because everyone just plays each other once. At least in groups, you get the double round robin. So
yeah, I'm curious to see. I didn't really watch much of the regular season, but I'm curious to see if these kids are actually good or they're gonna pale in comparison to the real teams that made it off the bat.
yeah, well, we'll see. Because I don't know, people are saying, oh, LGD is shitting the bed, making China look bad. Well, there's like that huge gap between like the fourth place team and then Suning, which is third, and then the
Yeah,
top two boys. There's like a
the
massive
top
gap.
two China teams are like favorites to win it all, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be just because you beat the people that are not as good as them. I wouldn't be too too proud of yourself.
So I mean, still holding out hope that NA makes it out of groups, but we'll cross that bridge when we
Prob-
get there. Probably
Probably
not.
not. Probably not.
I think there's a slight better chance than there was before the tournament started, but still, I'm not.
A 1% chance is that's an improvement.
Or to say it's not zero. So,
I just hope EU at least makes it like competitive instead of just
I don't
having
know.
the
The EU fans are abandoning Mad Lions. Those aren't my boys because they keep getting shit on.
Not my voice.
I've always been a Chinese man.
Besides League, I think a huge game over in our Siege was the SSG versus Dark Zero game. Dark Zero won the August major, um, and here SSG is the reigning world champs. Come back, get a win against them, which is they kind of re-solidifying themselves as like the number one seed in my eyes. Especially since back in the major, I think they came in third. Yeah, they lost the TSM in like the losers bracket, and before this week, it seemed like the lower teams like E United, Tempo, and DG were kind of like upping their game. Tempo beat Oxygen the other week. E United made a really close game. I think who was it? I think it was either TSM or Dark Zero. I can't remember exactly, but it seemed like the bottom teams were getting better. The gap was closing because Siege, it's two brackets of four for NA, and the top three of the top four automatically go to the Invitational. But after this week, TSM just absolutely shit on DG. It was like, no, sorry, not DG, Tempo. Sorry, it was Tempo. Like the commentators were like saying like this game uh, was as long as like one map from a competitive game. It was like 14-1. It was like a
Oh my God.
complete stomp. They just got absolutely destroyed. It was like it was hard to watch at some point. It was like damn.
Sometimes you get used as toilet paper.
Yeah, so maybe that gap is still a gap. It's not closing as much.
Yeah. Has any player like really upped it from like regular to the net now? Because and I just know in like sports a lot, there's just like some guy who comes out of nowhere in the playoffs, and it's just like, wow, what? Where was this guy during the regular season where they squeaked by, but now he's putting the team on his back?
Well, creative was pretty pivotal in some of the earlier games for tempo, but again they just got shit. They lost
fell
too.
apart.
Yeah, they fell apart. But it's still a regular season, so I mean there's still time, but it's not looking good for some of these bottom teams. The changes they made, there's improvements, but there's still a long road ahead for them to be competitive and potentially make it into like the invitationals. So we'll see.
You want to talk about Clash? Or?
Yeah, like a new player kind of like coming in is Lucas on Pain Gaming. Even though their record doesn't show it, they're 0-2. Two very close games. They just lost today against SK. And I mentioned this guy to Darren and Blake before we started recording. This kid is just kind of like a power play. He's a rookie. The league started like last weekend, so this is the second weekend. And first weekend, he goes against Air Surfer on Misfits. And Air Surfer is known for his crossbow deck, and it's like he's considered like the best or like one of the best crossbow players. He comes in like this is like this kid's second game ever in the pro game, and wins. And he plays the crossbow deck into him. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna beat you with your own deck. I'm a rookie out of nowhere, out of Portugal. Come in, clutch. You're done." And now he's getting played as like the anchor, like today.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like in the 1v1s, or sorry, the King of the Hill, he played against Morton, who was like against SK. Even though they lost, he was like their last hope. He's like, all right, Lucas, get in there. You're Hail Mary. We'll see if we can do anything. He doesn't pull it off, but Morton's like one of his signature decks is the minor wall breaker deck. I've been using it actually myself. It's a lot of fun. It's like it takes a it's not one of these decks where you see on ladder where people just spam Mega Knight, Wizard, Valk. I just hit him with like the snoozing emote. It's like, oh god, fucking bitch, on original. But no, like that deck, like if you mess up, you just like you're screwed. But again, Lucas comes in against Morton with that deck. It's like one of your signature decks. I'm coming in. I'm gonna beat you with it. It was super close, but Morton just like 5D chest him and like I'm 5 moves ahead of you with a strategic fireball, wins the game with it. But so this is a kid to look out for. It's really exciting. So
I like the strategic element of saving him for last.
Yeah.
Come for him with his own
I
deck.
mean, it says a lot when you're like a brand new player this split and you're the anchor essentially. Like you're our best boy.
Yeah, but there's like some psychological warfare in there as well, where it's like, oh no, I have to go in. Like not only might I lose it for the whole team, I'm gonna get embarrassed in the process.
Does he have his own staple deck or?
I'm not sure because he hasn't played that much. I haven't done a deep dive on that far into him, but it's just cool just seeing him go against these like huge names in the Clash scene with their own decks that they're known for.
This is Lucas on what team?
Pain Gaming.
Pain
Gaming. Gaming.
Solid. Look out for Lucas.
Just another little quid tidbit that's cool about the Clash is like, then it's like best of 3, and it goes like 2v2, King of the Hill, then 1v1. You can save your best boy for 1v1 if you think like one of your other kids is gonna perform in the King of the Hill. So it's kind of like a mind game. Do I send my best boy out early in King of the Hill, or do I save him for 1v1? And then if like you save your best boy for last, and then your boy fucks it up in King, it's like, oh man, imagine we played Lucas instead of you. Like
straight Pokemon. Gotta choose your right or which boy to throw out.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's
yeah, well, in the Overwatch League side, while they're waiting for grand finals, all the teams are quarantining. They had the Asian Asian Division All Stars games,
Hmm.
which actually featured a lot of Korean teams that weren't in the APAC region during the regular season. So it was like kind of a unique chance to see a lot of the top talents from NA play with the top talent from the Asian Division. But it was a little messy. I saw the actual All Star game where they had a lot of money on the line. It was like $90,000 for whichever team won the All Star game, and they had kind of some funky rule sets. But the first round, the Team Universe or something, kind of like cheesed them because they put 4 Shanghai Dragon players in who are the top players in the league. So like they kind of had like it was basically their existing all that existing synergy. And then Ons, who's like the best sniper in the league, and Alarm, who's the best flex support in the league. So it's just like who's gonna beat that team? Just with like the best
That's
team in
just
the
the
world with
GG
like
go next at that point.
yeah with powerhouse players filling in the 2 weakest slots they have. Like it's absurd.
Oh, what are the name of the teams? You said Team Universe. What's the other one?
Team Universe and Team AAA.
Triple
What
A.
the? How did you come up with
I,
those names?
because there's no like actual reason for their like divisions. I don't even know how they picked them. Maybe the coaches recruited them, but I saw the first team they introduced AAA first, and I was like, oh, that's a stacked lineup. It's like Jonak, Mono, Choyobin, uh, Yaki, and then I was like, oh, weird. Then I saw the other team, like, oh, gee, okay, well, the
I
entire
I feel like
Shanghai
that
Dragons.
team would be more stacked season 1 than now.
I know. I was thinking that too. I thought that initially, and then when I saw the other one, I'm like, oh wait, here are the actual best
Yeah,
players now.
you're the good boys from season 1, but not faring too
Um,
well season 3. So.
Jonak still won the Ana Battle Royale, so
I mean, but how's New York looking right now? Not that great.
man.
they're still. Oh wait, they're out. Just kidding.
Yeah,
They almost made it.
They
They always
almost-
almost make it.
Classic.
Oh yeah, they had this like Winston Lucio ball thing where it's like each Winston gets like a wrecking ball, like a neutral wrecking ball. They're always in primal and they try to push it into the well, and it was a disaster. It sounded like such a cool idea. They had like the 4 best Winston players. Like I was like, oh great, but they just kept knocking off the map in the exact same spot. Like when you walk up to that first choke by the point, like it kept hitting the wall and then rolling off, and it was like, well, that's cool.
Didn't
Like, would've
play
been better if they
test
had-
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how did no one playtest? If the best players can't make this work.
What help is there for anybody else? Yeah.
Yeah, they could
Oh,
use some different map design. But actually, the first round, the All Star game was just straight 6v6 on Blizzard World, and they got full held. It was a stomp. But the second round, the opposite team got to choose the players from your team to that participated. So it was a little bit of a some BM where it's like, bring me your worst boys, and they both had to do the same comp. But they actually chose pretty, maybe because like both rosters are pretty stacked either way.
hmm
But it was much closer, and they still lost actually. But then they played the third round. It was the best first of 2. But then they played the third round, which is tiny Overwatch, where it's like every kill you get, you start off like very tiny, and every kill you get makes you bigger.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's just King of the Hill. That was the best one because it was more. The teams are a little more balanced.
They should just do Doom Sumo, everyone against Chipso. He would fit in.
Everyone against Chipsa.
He's got nothing better to do. I bet he's not scrimming.
I don't think he even made it over. I think he's still in it.
Yeah, I was wondering if they brought him because Philly Fusion, his team, are in the Final Four in Korea. So did he come? Or...
They
Dude,
should-
they got him in a suitcase. Fucking
yeah,
top
like a
secret.
6'3" suitcase. The kid's actually
They're going through
tall.
security. Like, why is this bag so greasy? It's leaking.
I can't hold it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a
Why
sli-
does this? Why does it
slip
have a? Why does it have a label that says secret weapon on it? And why does it keep telling me I'm fucking worthless?
There's something unlucky about this bag.
Oh man.
Chris, get my pasta.
Get my pasta. But
yeah, and just one more thing. For some reason, one of the best Winston player, basically this Chinese main tank player, Gu Shui, told his stream if he makes All Stars, he'll cross dress on the stream. So my
Is
boy
that-
looked up like what?
Is that TOS? Is that like...
My boy looked like a straight Chinese girl, but he's not. Weirdly, even weirder, he's not the first tank to do it. It's been like a thing all year.
Yeah, Super
like,
dressed
Super
up as
as,
an anime girl, right? Oh, for the girl from
yeah,
like
it's
Doki
anime.
Doki.
Oh, I thought it was like his own
No,
anime
I think
girl
he played
persona.
that Telltale game Dogi Dogi.
Yeah, and then you had McGravy dressing as Diva to reply to Halsey's like Diva cosplay, and Fissure, who isn't in the league anymore, but he got exposed on stream. Like his search history had like Elsa from Frozen hentai or some shit, so he dressed up as Elsa from Frozen.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I respect my boy owning
Yeah,
it.
leaned into it.
Yeah, he leaned
Yeah.
into it.
My boy said, "And what?"
Yeah, exactly. And what? Here I am. What are you gonna do about it?
You thought I was.
There's nothing you
thought
can
I
say
was
about it
ashamed?
now.
Do I look like someone that's ashamed
Yeah.
in my blonde wig?
Oh
It's
man,
a
that's
rough
funny.
look.
I mean, with that being said, I'm gonna go into the FNCS warm-ups. So this past weekend, FNCS warm-ups have been going on. EU and NA East have been concluded. NA West is going on right now. But the winner of EU was Flick, Anas, and Thomas HD. I personally was watching Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage, and Lecce, and I thought they were going to do a lot better, but they ended up placing like 21st, I believe. And Anas and Thomas HD, they've been talked about EU players. So this coming FNCS season, I think they're going to be on the lookout, especially if you're in our fantasy tournaments. Definitely think about having them on our team. But one of the most interesting things was Mongrel, Mitro, and Tayson. They came in fourth. They were holding first pretty steady for a while, but in the end, they got passed up by Anas, Thomas HD, and Flick. And it's just so funny. Like there was a clip that was going around today of like Mongrel, Mitro, and Tayson, and they're all in the ending zone, and it's closing down, and it's like a very narrow hallway, and they're all blocking each other, and they're all just screaming, "Move, move, 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 move!" And it's and then you like have like Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage, and Lecce, who are the complete opposite. Like Mongrel, Mitro, and Tayson are like stereotypical Fortnite kids. They're young kids. They call people shitters and get shit on and like that. Then you have like the other end, the mature players like Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, who are like have clean comms and just like overall like likable players. And it's just so funny seeing professional. It's so funny just seeing the contrast between these players. They're all insane, but how these different personalities mesh. And like I like to watch Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage and Lecce because of that maturity, and
They don't make your ears bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make your ears bleed.
It doesn't get that high in the octaves.
But yeah, it's just it's funny to see them get this is the team that outplaced them. Kids just like screaming and chaos everywhere.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Quex just saying full boxed.
Full box. Cracked. You didn't even hit him. But
Wait, what did your cousin say yesterday about Blake? He thought Blake was chugging vodka or something.
wait, he said, "Oh my god, fuck."
It wasn't send it. It was
Oh
no.
my, it was amazing.
You were so enamored by it. How do you not remember?
I don't.
We were
know.
also pretty fucked up, but
It
like
was the brain damage.
yeah.
I will have to hit him up and try and get that. Now that's gonna bother me for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
But
that was gold. That was gold.
since we brought up the big clicks on NA East, the NA East just concluded at 8 p.m. So I think it was like 2 hours ago. The winners were Furious, Illest, and Liquid River San. Furious is last season's FNCS solo champion. Not surprised to see him at the top. Illest has been destroying kids in Cash Cups since the beginning of Cash Cups. He's just been Illest #1. He's known as a Cash Cup warrior. And then you have Liquid River San, an NA West player who didn't think there was enough competition on NA West, so he came to NA East, and here he is at #1 here too. So he's just insane. Yeah, I let him know. Yeah,
that's true. There's I think it was like one of the like competitive Fortnite Twitter accounts like tweeted out like a graphic of showing where the player bases are and the prize pools that each region gets. EU's #1, NA East is like no, sorry, EU's #1, NA East #2, and then like NA West is like third or fourth. There's like
yeah,
there's like down there.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
uncompetitive. Like NA West just consists of Epic Whale,
Epic Whale and Arkham.
Epic Whale, Arkham,
Arkham.
Reed.
This
Those
is
guys
my
just run.
kingdom.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just collect checks every week because no one can even come close. But yeah, I personally watched Chap, Skittles, and Coop. Coop won DreamHack. I believe it was 2 DreamHacks ago. He came in first. He's a controller player. And I honestly had high expectations for AV, Knight, and Rogue Shark. They're a newfound team. They're all on the org exet. It's a newfound org as well. And in scrims, they've been cleaning up. Ever since AV left Chap, he's just been killing it with Rogue Shark. So again, if you're in our fantasy tournaments, I'd be on the lookout for AV, Shark, Knight. Another team, NA's team to look out for
Man.
is
Who did I have that like cleaned that won it for me? It was one of the newer
Oh,
people that
it,
showed
it,
up on.
it was Jamper,
Yeah.
Avery,
IS
who else
Avery.
did you? Yeah, Jamper and Avery. Jamper is I think Jamper is
Jamper.
going to be a huge player. He's Chap said it so well. He depending on who Jamper is playing with, he has certain play styles, and when Jamper's playing with the right people, he has the potential to be one of the best players in the world. He's a younger kid. I think he's like 17. I want to say maybe turning 18 soon.
That's
But
old for Fortnite.
yeah, that, I mean
He's
that.
about to retire, my guy.
Yeah.
When you're talking about Benji Fisher getting beaten out, I'm like, oh, his glory days are behind him. He's 16 now.
It's over
No,
the hill.
Benji, I don't know.
Yeah.
Benji Fisher will never be out. I watched that kid play, and it's just like I don't even know how to describe
Some
it. It's
kids just
like,
have the.
yeah,
Their
and
brain is glued
not
to the
even-
game.
it's not even mechanics. The kid is just like so smart and clever with the mechanics. Like the things he'll just do to kids. It's like wow. Like you just have kids just like standing there like they're actual AI turning professional players into bots, and he'll like kill a kid and be like, "Wow, that kid was bad." Show up, Cooler Aqua. Oh, that's the World Cup winner, looking like a complete bot. But back to NA East. I think Edgy, Scented, and Commodon, or TSM Commandment, they're definitely a team to be on the lookout for. Also, Edgy used to play with Chap in AV. He is also an NA West player who moved to NA East for the bigger prize pools and more competition. So be on the lookout for them. And then NA West is currently going on right now. It's 10:50. It should be over in about 10 minutes. So you'll get updated then by the Fortnite competitive Twitter. But for right now, I'm gonna look at Fortnite tracker, and I bet you Epic Whale is at the top. Let's see.
If not the top 3. I bet.
Oh no, Epic Whale #1 right now.
Oh.
Epic Whale,
Crazy.
Closer, and Arkham #1 by over 30 points. So NA West.
Who would have
But-
thought? dude?
Who is like. I respect Riverson and Edgy for moving to NA East, but like I don't know, it's looking like free cash on NA West. So why would you just?
I know.
They
if
moved
only-
in.
if-
Everyone else moved back over.
I mean, if only we had cash tournaments. Oh man.
The point disparage. I don't even know if that's the right word.
Disparity. Yeah.
This disparity between these teams: first place on NA West 115, second place 80, third place 69. It's not even close.
I want to see. I want to have
not
someone
even close.
compile the point distribution percentage across the whole trios season.
For what, Epic Whale? Or
Yeah, for like just for NA West, just to see like how much
But
how much of the total points these guys have earned over the
Well,
entire.
I have it
thing.
up right now. So first place NA West 115, first place NA East 114, and EU was 104. So yeah, obviously NA West has higher because it's just so easy to get kills.
No,
for these-
I mean in NA West alone. I just
Oh,
want to
in
see
NA West
them
alone?
against the
The
rest
gap?
of the region. Yeah, like how much of the entire lobby are they just shitting on by themselves over the whole thing?
So yeah, pretty much everybody. So I mean, Epic Whale, Arkham, always good picks for fantasy Fortnite.
They're expensive.
and-
They're expensive though. They're always
Yeah,
max.
but
Always
definitely
go for
worth
my
it.
boy Avery for that cheap pick, dude. He never
Yeah.
fails.
Never failed. My boy, I
Avery
pick him every
Jam-
time.
Avery and Jamper, low cost, high product value for those players. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll call it right now and say that NA West is over and no one has a shot at passing Epic Well. So they've won 10 minutes before the tournament's end. Over. With that being said, we're the Infamy Fantasy Esports team, and we host fantasy Fortnite tournaments on our website, infamy.gg. We currently have a tournament open for FNCS Season 4, Week 1. Head over there, sign up, take some of the knowledge you heard here, make your team, and win.
Giving you
Uh,
cheats.
Yeah, we're giving you the knowledge. It's all there on Fortnite Tracker, but for those of you who are more verbal,
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, guy. Learn how to read. But we'll catch you in the next one.